Good day, sir. Good day, cadets. So, I'm Amolo Harley Div B. So, today I'm going to plot a scenario. At 10:30 hours, the ship is on course 225 degrees true and having a speed of 10 knots with the use of visual method. The officer on watch observed Aguio Point Lighthouse, which bears 025 degrees relative. After an hour, the same object was abeam to starboard. So the first thing you do is find the true bearing. So in finding the true bearing, simply add the ship course, which is 225 degrees true, and the relative bearing, which is 025 degrees relative. So the true bearing is 250 degrees true. Next is put the triangle at the compass rose and measure it 250 degrees true. Then point it to the Aguio Point Lighthouse. And make a line. Next is the speed of our ship is 10 knots. So it means that the distance between the Aguio Point Lighthouse and to the true bearing, which is 250 degrees true, is 10 nautical miles. So simply put the compass divider at the right side and measure it 10 nautical miles. Then point it to the Aguio Point Lighthouse. And put a mark. So that you can have the first LOP or fixed position of 1030 hours. Next is put the triangle at the compass rose and measure 225 degrees true. And after you measure it, slide it to the fixed position of 1030 hours. And make a line. Then put a label above the line, which is the 225 degrees true, which is the true course. Then below is the speed of our ship, which is 10 knots. After, put also a label above the Aguio Point Lighthouse in the connection of fixed position. Put it 130 hours. Then below, put it the true bearing which is 250 degrees true. Next is calculate the DR or dead reckoning position using the formula D equals S times time. So our speed is 10 knots times 1 hour is equals to 10 nautical miles. Then, simply put the compass divider at the right side and measure it 10 nautical miles and put it from fixed position until you reach to the designated position and put a mark to have a DR position of 1130 hours. And put it a mark. Then I observed that after an hour, the same object was abeam to starboard. So when we say abeam to starboard, it is equivalent to 90 degrees relative. So to calculate the second LOP, having the true course of 225 degrees true and the relative bearing of abeam to starboard is equivalent to 90 degrees relative, simply add the two and you will get the true bearing. So the true bearing is 315 degrees true. Next is put the triangle at the compass rose and measure it 315 degrees true and simply slide it to the Agio Point lighthouse and that will be the second LOP. Then simply slide it to the Agio Point lighthouse. Then make a line. After, put a label above the second LOP, then put it 1130 hours. Then below, put it the true bearing which is 315 degrees true. Next is find or determine the ship running fixed position. So simply put the triangle at the first LOP as your basis and slide it to the center of the DR position of 1130 hours and that line called transferred LOP. Then make a line. The intersection between transferred LOP And second LOP is called running fixed position. Next is determine the latitude and longitude of the ship running fixed position at 1130 hours. Find its latitude. So simply put the triangle in here as your basis. And slide it to the running fixed position at 1130 hours. And put it a mark. So our latitude is 9 degrees and 42.5 minutes north. Next is find its longitude. So simply put the triangle in here as your basis or guidelines. And slide it to the running fixed position at 1130 hours. Then put it a mark. So our longitude is 124 degrees and 39 minutes east. So that's all.